everybody, it's Jenny. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. It's the day after Christmas and I'm coming to you from back at work. Yes, I'm back to work. I'm not doing any after Christmas shopping or returns or anything like that. We had a very quiet holiday, which is nice, and I took my kids out for dinner Saturday and they spent the holiday with their dad, and I went out to visit my mother, and my sister and my brother-in-law and my brother and his daughter were there, so we all had a really nice time, and I hope you all did too. So today I'm back to work at my office, and here is my film studio at my desk. Computer back there. Trying to make it a little better background there with the white paper and trying to cut down from the glare behind me. So I wanted to do a tag today. The tag would be, what is your favorite cat deck? Or maybe you can't stand cat decks. You can let us know why about that too. I personally love cat decks. I have the Mystical Cats Tarot, I have the Pagan Cats Tarot, and I have the Cat's Eye Tarot. And I like them all. They're all a little bit different. Today I'm just going to concentrate on mystical cats, but I'd like to talk a little bit about cats in general and why I think they're great subjects for tarot decks. Number one, what could be more pagan or magical than a cat? They're very devil-may-care. They're carefree. They're very independent. They're aloof, and they seem to be, since times in the past, very frequent familiars for people who are connected to the mystical divine. So I love cats personally. I also have dogs, but cats have a special place in my heart. And my first cat tarot deck was Tarot of the Pagan Cats, and I love that deck, but I don't have it here to review today. So today we're going to go through Tales of the Mystical Cats. Now, I bought this deck from Llewellyn. It came in that big giant darn Llewellyn box. So I took out the deck and immediately I had nothing to store my deck in. So here is the deck. I'm storing it in a phone box. Not very magical. I do have some bags at home that I could store decks in, but to bring it to work I wanted something a little more substantial so that my deck didn't get banged up. So let's see. We'll take a look first at the book. Now, Llewellyn does do a great job on their books. Tales of the Mystical Cats. Linnea Weatherstone is the author, and the art in these cards is by Mickey Mueller. Okie dokie. Now they go right into a few black and white pictures, a little about the author and the artist, and right into the book. There's a good kitty. Some dedication. Fire Queen. Now, this is sort of, I like this deck because it's based on the elements. You all know, if you've seen my reviews before, that anything that relates the tarot suits to the elements really calls to me. So instead of wands we have fire cats, instead of cups we have sea cats, instead of swords we have sky cats, and instead of pentacles or coins or discs we have earth cats. So this really will resonate with me quite well. There's a picture of Nine of Fire. So you can see that there are some black and white pictures. The introduction. The traditional major arcana and the mystical cats corresponding cards. And they're quite similar. In some cases identical. In most cases identical. Alrighty. And then a little bit about tarot in general. And then she does go through each card individually with the black and white picture. It's a large book, large pictures, so that's nice. Actually, it's like the same size as the card, only it's black and white rather than colored. Alrighty, so we get the cat's advice, and if the card is reversed. So it's just a little basic meaning on each card. And that's going through the major arcana. Then we get to the minor arcana. It's the same. You have the same nice large pictures, even though they're black and white. The cat's advice, and if the card is reversed, it's very, even though the book is large, there's not a lot of content. So it looks pleasing to the eye, but pictures are nice, but not a lot of content. So each suit is a clan of cats. For instance, there is a Sky Cat clan, and she describes that cats in the clan, that particular clan, and how they sort of fit the element. For instance, the Sky Cats, which would correspond to swords or air suit. The Sky Cats trust no one. They live under the open sky in all seasons. Their vulnerability has made them defensive, high-strung, and aggressive. Sky Cats are quick-witted and ruthless adversaries. So she's describing these cats as though they have the personality traits that you would associate with the suit of swords. So it fits. So that's the book. There's a section on spreads. And then let's see, we have an appendix. Oh, this is a 9 live spread. Sketches from Mickey Mueller's old wooden art table. So it's a behind the scenes about the evolution of the images and how she began to sketch them. Very interesting. I hadn't even looked at this section before, and I've had this deck for about a year or so. Very cute. For instance, this one is the 5 of Sky, or which would be 5 of Swords. From the time I sketched him, I can't look at the expression on this cat's face without laughing. He is so fed up. Herbs used, catnip, and vervain. So she's got a little bit of herbal correspondences. I hadn't noticed that before either. I guess I hadn't paid close enough attention to this book. Oh, interesting. The herbal correspondences are only noted in that section in the back where she talks about developing her images. Each one of these, and it's not every card, there are only a limited number of pictures here. There's 2 of Sky, 3 of Sky, 6 of Sky, Sky King, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, some sea. So there's only about 10 images in the back here where she talks about developing the images, and she gives information on herbs used. So that's interesting. I'm going to have to really go through this at a later time. I hadn't really looked at this book closely enough. Very interesting book. So there is the Tales of the Mystical Cats. I like this deck, but I think, to tell you the truth, I like the Tarot of the Pagan Cats better. That is my favorite cat deck, and I'll have to go through that one next. So let's just run through the images. For the Fool, we have the cat. For the Magician, we have cat magic. He's got all the elements: fire, water, earth, and there's the wand there. He's spinning some magic there together. The Priestess, surrounded by amethyst. Isn't that beautiful? Got the moon, the stars. Really cute. The Empress. And if anybody's ever had a mama cat, you know that they really are an empress, surrounded by their loving, doting children. Very cute. Very cute. The Emperor. We've all got an emperor like that, those of us who own cats. There's one in every household. Here's the Priest, an Abyssinian. The very Egyptian look for the Egyptian breed. Sekhmet there in the back. Cool. It's a cool card. The Lovers. Very pretty. The Chariot. Well, that cat's got control over those Harlequin Danes. The Chariot. And we have Strength. Kind of an interesting take on the Strength card. This is all a very Rider-Waite deck, as you've noticed so far. The Hermit. There he is up in the pomegranate tree. This is a very goddessy card, even though it's traditionally the Hermit is sort of a male card. But we've got the moon, the pomegranates, which is fruit of the goddess, and a very sweet-looking, almost female-looking cat up there in the tree. There is the Wheel. We've got an Ohm, tiled. We've got the sensation of movement here, like the cat spinning the wheel. Consequences. So instead of justice, we have consequences. Same meaning. And the Hanged Man, we have the Floating Cat. So that one's had a little bit too much catnip, I would imagine. Here's Death. So the cat has passed away, but the spirit hopefully is remaining to be reborn or go to another dimension. Death. Instead of Temperance, we have Grace. So the cat is balancing on the wall between the waters. The rainbow is there, as you see in a lot of traditional Temperance cards. Instead of the Devil, we have the Demon Cat. Of course, that's not really a demon cat. They all catch birds. That's just part of their nature. The Tower. Things are falling down. Too many cats on that tree in your living room. Cute. I'm going to get a little closer in for you to see that one. The look on their faces is really funny. Okay, there's the Tower. And this card is Stars. So, of course, their constellation would be Leo. And there's a cat in the night looking at the stars. Here we have Moon. There's the moon. There's a night moth. The cat in hunt mode, the moon. Here's the sun. And all the cats basking in her glory, the sun. Here we have, instead of justice, we have instead of judgment, not justice. I tend to mix those up phonetically. So here we have, in place of judgment, we have the good kitty. So kitty's been good, and he's being smiled upon by the cat spirits. Good kitty. Judgment. And we have the World. And there's the cat surveying the world. Lovely. It's like a Tuscan trompe l'oeil. Very cute. I like that picture. Okay, then we move to the suits. Moving right along, we go to Ace of Fire, Two of Fire, which would correlate to the Two of Wands. So we've got two candles and two sides to the doorway. Three of Fire, or Three of Wands. There's the cat looking for its reward. Four of Fire, which is sort of the celebration, and there are the four cats together there. Five of Fire, a little conflict or tension going on there. We've got the Five of Fire sign up here and the fighting cats. a little conflict going on. Then we have the Six of Fire, which holds true to the Rider-Waite theme of acclaim or notoriety. You see all the other cats are bringing this cat treasures. So he's obviously the top cat. I was going to say the top dog, but he's a cat, so I can't say that. Six of Fire. Seven of Fire. Oh, standing his ground. Warding off the challengers. There's 7 fires above his head. Pretty good, pretty good. I like that card. 8 of Fire. Sort of the, you see the 8 wands there, and we get the idea of motion. This cat's getting ready to move along. He's done his damage here, and he's ready to shoot out of there. Here is the 9 of Wands. They're all around the fire keeping warm. You get the feeling that there's been the end of a long, hard day. 9 of Wands. But after the sitting by the fire, we have 10 of Wands. It was just a little bit too much heat. And now we've got to all scatter. Move on to the next venture. Alrighty. Next we have the court cards. Fire Kitten, which would be the page or princess of fire. Fire Tom, which would be the equivalent of the prince or knight of wands or fire. Love that image. There's the Fire Queen. Beautiful, because that kind of fits in with my the image I get of the Queen of Wands. I imagine her as sort of a drama princess, an actress, somebody who's very accomplished and used to adulation and adoration. Here she's got like this crown and a nice little jeweled necklace there, sitting on a place that her master has made for her. So she's an adored princess, or queen actually. Love that. And the fireworks behind her. Beautiful. And then we have the Fire King, or King of Wands. Lovely guy with a nice fluffy tail. He's got the fire elemental there, a salamander. I like how they added that in. Okay, next we move on to the suit of cups or water. Ace of Water is the paw print there on the beach. 2 of Water, very cute. 3 of Water, we've got the addition of sea lion there. 3 of Sea they call it actually, not water. 4 of Sea, which would be like the 4 of Cups in the Rider-Waite. We've got 4 lobsters there. Some of these you really have to refer to the book. I haven't looked at this book in at least 6 months, so I can't quite remember what all the elements in each card have been chosen for, but you can get an idea just by looking at them. 5 of Sea, or 5 of Water. He's got the 5 fish there, and is he really able to catch a fish for dinner? Doesn't look like he's having a very easy time of it. 6 of Sea, or 6 of Water. 7 of Sea. Visions, choices, maybe a little confusion. 8 of Sea. 9 of Sea. A lot of happiness involved here. Dreaming of happy family, mice, birds, being fed, water fountain. Very cute. Dreamtime. 10 of Sea, happy family. A day at the seashore with the whole family. Mother, father, and all the babies. 10 of Sea. Sea Kitten, which would be the Water Princess or Princess of Cups. Page of Cups, the Sea Kitten. Sea Tom, which would be the Knight of Cups. Very beguiling gentleman there. The Sea Queen. The Queen of Cups. And the Sea King. King of Cups. I really like that one. He's a good King of Cups. Ace of Sky. Now we have their clan flag with the paw print there. Flying in the sky. Ace of Sky. Two of Sky. Or Two of Swords. Three of Sky. The Three of Sky. So this would correlate to Three of Swords. And as you can see, it's a different sort of a feeling entirely. Four of Sky, we still have the same Rider-Waite feeling. Rest, hibernation, rejuvenation, coming back for another day. Five of Sky. A little bit of conflict there. The clouds in the background. Six of Sky. Love the look on that cat's face. That's just really priceless. He's walking away from the battle. He says, it's really not getting me anywhere. I've already got my face scratched. Let them have at it. Seven of Sky. We have the stealth image. Here's stealing the other cat's prize away from him while he's not looking. He's looking at the seven birds. Eight of Sky. Being trapped. Nine of Sky. Remorse, guilt, nightmares. 10 of Sky. You're really at the end of your rope and it's time to move along and go on to a different venture. Sky Kitten. Love that card. Really cute. There's the Sky Kitten. I love the idea of a kitten as the princess or the page because, of course, youth. And cats have that. When they're kittens, they have that youthful exuberance, and it just translates onto the card so nicely. Here's the Sky Tom, or the Knight of Swords. The Sky Queen, or the Queen of Swords. She has that look about her, all-knowing and yet all-sorrowful. And here we have the Sky King. I'm not too happy with the winter look to this card. I usually correlate winter to North or Pentacles, and this is Sky, which to me correlates with the spring, but that's just me. It's very pretty. We've got the wind chimes to tie in with the sky theme. Sky King. Next we move on to the Suit of Earth, which would correlate to coins, discs, or pentacles in other Rider-Waite decks. Here we have the Ace of Earth. They've got their emblem on the tree. Two of Earth, that sense of balance, juggling. Three of Earth. Here's Four of Earth. That's a really pretty card. You get that idea of wealth, and that the cat has sort of hoarded things back here. Here is 5 of Earth, the feeling of loss, grief, loneliness, desolation. Here's the 6 of Earth, having abundance and being able to share. 7 of Earth, waiting for your plan to come into action. You've worked hard and you're waiting, and things are coming to fruition. Look how adorable this is. 8 of Earth. It's the mother with her kittens, and while it's not a traditional feeling that you would get from an 8 of Pentacles, which is sort of a accomplished craftsperson. So the 8 of Earth, the book explains this card as being the mother teaching her offspring how to hunt. So in that way it ties in with the Rider-Waite description or theme of the card of the 8 of Pentacles, which has sort of been regarded as a card of accomplished craftsmanship, being skilled at your job, or that type of a thing. So even though this is more of a teaching or a mentor image, in my opinion, it does also fit in with the 8 of Pentacles as a card of accomplished craftsmanship. Next we have the 9 of Earth, the cat who has enjoyed a good life and is now relaxing and enjoying the garden life. Very nice. Beautiful garden. Too bad he doesn't have a hawk on his shoulder. That was a joke. My feeble attempt at a joke. Alrighty, next we have the 10 of Earth, and traditionally 10 of Pentacles is showing a lot of success, happy home life, happy family, legacy passed on to the generations, and this card sort of conveys that image. They've all got their places here laid out for them, and of course the favorite spot is always a cardboard box instead of a fancy bed when you've got a cat, but this is a cute image. 10 of Earth. And I love this. This is the Earth Kitten. There he is in the garden, which ties in with the theme of Earth, enjoying meeting other animals. The Earth Tom, and the Tom is on a mission. He's being altruistic and helpful, and slow but steady. He's doing his job. So good work, Earth Tom. Then we have the Earth Queen. Very beautiful out in the garden. She's got lavender and roses and a basket of, looks like strawberries or a fruit nearby. Very pretty. And then we come to the image that's on the front of the book. Same image. This is the Earth King. And there he is surveying his kingdom. Really lovely. So I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough. I'm going to replace my cards now into their fancy card holder. There are, as I said, I have 3 decks of cat cards. I have this Mystical Cats deck. I have the Tarot of the Pagan Cats, which is my absolute favorite cat deck. And I also have the Cat's Eye Tarot. Now the Cat's Eye is produced by a veterinarian, and I love the true-to-life images that she has in that deck involving cats. What I need to do with this box, I could actually fit another deck of cards in here. Darn Llewellyn, I wish they would give us a nice box for our cards, but I figured this phone box might sort of work. Sort of. So what I need to do is maybe decorate this box, cover it with paper, and you know, label it so I'll know what deck or decks I might have in here. So that's my run through of the Mystical Cats Tarot. I like it. It's a very cute deck. I really love the Pagan Tarot of the Pagan Cats, and I'd like to go through that one next. That's really my favorite cat deck. But I also do love the Mystical Cats. I love the Tarot of the Pagan Cats, and I like the Cat's Eye Tarot, which is produced by a veterinarian, and she manages to present the cats in a very realistic way. We'll go through that one eventually too in a day or two. But I don't personally like the decks. I didn't like the Cat People deck back from the 80s. I just didn't appeal to me, and I didn't like the Bohemian Cats or the White Cats or any of the decks where they have the cats dressed up in human clothes. To me, that just seemed so irreverent towards cats who are such great pagans naturally, and I just I haven't bought any of those decks because they just don't appeal to me. But I'd like to know, what are your favorite cat decks? And let us know in the responses to this video. All right, thanks. See you next time. Bye.